Turns out the Justice Department was running the whole thing and did have their head of counterterrorism in Oklahoma in the days before, and they lied about that. I exposed the fact many of their operatives, white supremacist leaders that we've named here decades ago, over a decade ago, like Hal Turner, who's hooked in with Sean Hannity. I said he is a federal agent. That's now come out in federal court. He is a federal agent, not just an operative. And so they're very upset with me because they don't want a patriot movement that is for whites, blacks, Hispanics, and Asians, and Jews, and Catholics, and Protestants, and Hindus, and Muslims. I'm a Christian. That's what I believe in. I'm a Protestant. That's what I believe in. But I don't make my show about that issue. It's about just warning people about what's going on, and I believe everybody wants liberty and freedom except for a few thousand globalists, and they're on record saying that. And so they don't like me. They don't like the fact that the leading light and the leading voice out there who's successfully waking up the most new people to the true paradigm is making it a big tent. They have always put white supremacist groups and Mexican supremacist groups and black supremacist groups out there as the leading edge of a rebellion against tyranny to make it look asinine and ridiculous. And that does sound like a false flag that you witnessed or somebody who's just fed up. But I appreciate your call. Now, let's try to hurry through calls now, but that was a key issue he just raised. Lex in Ohio, you're on the air.
Alex, I agree with you that a collapse is coming. I think an internet kind of scare is a great way to sort of go along with that collapse because it would absolutely cripple
Great point.
people.
The oil spill as the environmental disaster, the key to the New World Order, as Gorbachev said. The Iran war as a giant global distraction. The economic implosion. The open borders. But yes, they're definitely gearing up for a fake cyber attack against our system as a pretext to bring in control. Because if they leave the internet up, we're going to beat them.
So I have an info bomb failsafe I want to run by you. What I did is I Googled Ohio AM stations, and I got this huge list. And so then I sent one email with tons of addresses to station managers and programming directors asking them to carry the Alex Jones Show. So I'm challenging your listeners right now, all the other InfoWarriors, to do the same thing. Google your state name, AM radio stations. And what I would ask you, Alex, is to say, help me out. What information should they include in their version? I just said, hey, put the show on, but maybe you could put some buzzwords, that are industry specific.
Well, I mean, you just tell them, you can send them an Alexa screenshot of my website being massively bigger, just one of my two twin mega sites, InfoWars, being bigger than Rush Limbaugh's website, bigger than Glenn Beck's website, bigger than Savage's site. In fact, you can combine their sites together, and Infowars.com is bigger, and just say, look at this. And look, he's on the cover of Radio Inc. He's in Talkers Magazine. Here's you can pull up the ratings. Stations that pick us up get massive listenerships, increases immediately. Everything this guy's talked about is coming true. The Drudge Report's linking to him every couple of days now. This information, this guy is now coming out of the wilderness. This information is now becoming mainstream. You'll get listeners. It's patriotic. Pick up the show and then point them to the GCNlive.com affiliate page with the satellites, all of it. Other networks, when they pick up one show, they try to make the stations pick up other shows. They try to make them sign year-long contracts. They try to strong-arm them. Genesis is carry at will. It's just you sign the affiliate agreement to carry half our ads, half their ads are theirs. It's the most liberal and open and pro-station affiliate system out there. And so, it's well-produced. It's power-packed. It's well-documented. And yes, that's why I'm on WWCR as a backup, 100,000-watt shortwave. We're on the satellite. We're gaining new affiliates, several every week. This is the fastest growth rate we've ever had. And, of course, we are number one. This is the number one show on the Internet. You tell them the market has spoken. Give us Alex Jones. Shadow the left-right paradigm. And believe me, most stations already know about us. That's why they're picking us up. They can pick up. We have a satellite that re-airs it 24 hours a day because a lot of stations are recording one show on others live, and so it gets hard for them with limited staff to be able to take the show when it's live, record it, and play it later. Tell them, no, this is 24 hours a day. Genesis has a satellite, after we're not live, retransmitting it so that they can record it, re-air it, or play it whenever they want, or take the stream live. It's just there's so many ways to pick up the transmission, and it's so easy to do. Anything else, Lex?
I just want to throw it out. I just right back out to your listeners and your viewers. It's really easy. This took me 20 minutes maybe to accumulate the emails and cut and paste, or the addresses and cut and paste them in there. But now I've got it. You know, it's in my sent messages. I can just keep bugging these guys, and I can keep adding more addresses to it. It stays in your, you know, in your sent mail, and you just keep accumulating this list, and we can reach more and more people. Thank you for your time, Alex.
Thank you. I appreciate your call. Look, the biggest shows in the country have 600, 400 affiliates. And the fact that we're well over 70, that's quite a few. But a lot of them are small mom and pops, and they're precious, and they reach a lot of people. Some are big major stations in major markets now, but generally owned by private families or smaller media groups. The big three syndicators tend to own their own stations, so they've got a oligopoly. That's the major problem. And I have over the years been approached by some of the bigger networks, but I would not have editorial control over what I do on my show, and so I've turned it down. I mean, here's an example. History Channel just wanted me to be in a big show about the Illuminati, and I was thinking about doing it, but you know what? I don't care about just getting my face on TV. Most people would kill to be on a History Channel show that's going to air literally hundreds of times in the next 5 years because they air those shows over and over again. I'm just not going to do it. I'm constantly offered reality TV shows. Money, you know, they come in here, but I guarantee you they distort it. They take the few goofy things out of months of videotape and distort what we do. So I just don't care. I know we're collapsing. I know the New World Order is real. Why would I care about being on TV and being a big shot when I literally see scores of articles a day admitting that they're putting poison in all our food, all our water supplies, in our air, genetic engineering, cancer exploding, diabetes exploding, sterilization and infertility exploding. I mean, once you realize what's really going on, none of this stuff even matters. And I'm not bragging and tooting my own horn. I'm saying we've had a major effect, but I don't have any desire to have my message distorted. It is much more precious to be able to go on some little Christian station for an hour as a guest and talk about real issues in a long form with full ideas to unlock minds and shift paradigms, or go on some talk station or sports station or morning zoo show as a guest for an hour and really reach, say, 5,000, 10,000, 20,000 people and maybe change their lives. Every one of those psyches that we unlock is a soul we unlock to the wider universe and freedom. And that's what I seek. That's what I love. That's what I desire. That is wealth to me. Not physical wealth, not my name being big. I mean, I already can't go to a restaurant anywhere in the country or walk down the street anywhere in the country without being stopped. And I always like it because it resonates as a sonar ping that we're reaching people, but at the same time, I have lost my privacy. So I have no desire just to be on big TV shows. And I'm really thinking about just not doing any more taped interviews, whether it's CNN, Fox. I mean, I refused to go on Mancow's Fox pilot because I didn't want to have to fly to New York to be part of a taping. So I sent a producer up there years ago. I mean, I've already done this a lot. We're not here just seeking to have a big name. Do you understand that as I get closer to being an international phenomenon, which has already really started, I march closer to being killed. I march closer to Mount Doom, to the crack of doom. I mean, this is not for the faint of heart. This is not a joke. This is real. This is history being made here. And I look back on, I never intended to be this successful. I never intended to be more and more the leader. And I look back on things I did and things I was focused on and what I thought was important, and I'm ashamed of myself. I mean, I was heads above most people morally. I've always been someone who loves innocence, loves goodness, loves honor, loves strength, loves courage. I've always been someone who isn't envious and jealous, and I didn't realize that most people are governed by that. But as I gained some wisdom at 36 years, and I gained more in every year than I knew previously in the 36, as I exponentially awaken, and this is a process we're all going through, I'm really beginning to realize what matters at the end of the day. I mean, I'm ready to die. I'm ready to be in prison. I'm ready to be destroyed. I'm ready to be tortured. I'm ready to have my name dug through the mud. I'm ready. It's already happening. because I know the message got through. I know the transmission made it through to you, and I was here to warn you. And this is history being made. This is history being made right now. We accurately gauged the enemy operation and their attack profile. We accurately broke down what they were setting up and developing. And we accurately made a defense against it. And now we've had a huge effect globally, to the level of the Bilderberg Group specifically singles myself and Ron Paul out for destruction. But because we are so prominent, they understand that if they murder us or even destroy us, people see through it. And so I do have a hedge of protection up. I don't know for how long. And if it's God's will to lower the hedge today and that I be destroyed today, I say so be it. I want to live to be 100 years old. I love life. In fact, the fact that I've given in to committing to this, no matter where it leads, the fact that I've committed makes life so much sweeter.